Here in this video, we are going to see the effect of current, voltage and power in the case of a pure capacitive circuit when an alternating current is passing through this capacitor, this pure capacitor. For this, first we can consider, you can see here a basic circuit for this, a capacitor which is supplied by an alternating current or voltage source, that is V is equal to Vm sin omega t. This V is nothing but the instantaneous value of voltage, and Vm is the maximum value of voltage sin omega t, and omega t is the phase at the time t, and supplied by the voltage Vm sin omega t. And if we consider the basic characteristics or the general characteristics of a capacitor, that is Q is equal to CV. If we differentiate both the sides, we will get dq by, differentiate with respect to t. With respect to t, we will get dq by dt will be equal to d by dt of c into v, and here v is Vm sin omega t and c is the proportionality constant. And in this equation, q is the charge, c is the proportionality constant, and v is the applied voltage. So here c is a constant term and v is equal to Vm sin omega t and c into d by dt of Vm sin omega t. Vm is a constant term here, so that I can write it as c into Vm into d by dt of sin omega t. What is the derivative of sin omega t? It is nothing but cos omega t, and here it is sin omega t with respect to t, so that the derivative of sin omega t will be cos omega t into omega. So here you can see the charge per unit time. It is nothing but the instantaneous value of current. So current will be equal to C into Vm into cos omega t into omega, and on rearranging, I is equal to C into Vm omega into cos omega t. Cos omega t can be written as sin omega t plus pi by 2. Okay. Cos omega t will be equal to sin omega t plus pi by 2. I choose this sin omega t plus pi by 2 instead of cos omega t. So that simply I can written as, this will be cos omega t omega into sin omega t plus pi by 2. This can be equation number 1. This can be equation number 2. And the instantaneous value or the current will be maximum when this term sin omega t plus pi by 2 reaches 1. Okay, so we can written as I is equal to Im when sin omega t plus pi by 2 is 1. So that Im will be equal to C into omega into Vm. Okay, C into omega into Vm, and this is one of the important point. Okay, if we compare, we can put the value of Im into this equation instead of C into omega into Vm, by replacing this C omega into Vm by this Im, we will get I will be equal to Im sin omega t plus pi by 2. Okay, put the value of Im in this equation instead of CVm into omega. We will get the instantaneous equation for the instantaneous value of current like this, and it can be equation number 3. If we compare this equation and this equation, means the instantaneous value of voltage and current, we will get V is equal to Vm sin omega t. Here omega t is the phase of this voltage at the time t, and at the same case I is equal to Im sin omega t, and here the phase is omega t plus pi by 2. So it is very clear that here it is sin omega t, here it is omega t plus pi by 2, so that in a pure capacitive circuit, current leads or which aids the supplied voltage by an angle 90 degree, leads the voltage by an angle 90 degree, or simply we can say that the current will leads the supplied voltage by pi by 2 radian. Okay. And this is the very important point regarding with the pure capacitor when the alternating current is passing through this. Okay. Based on this, we can draw the waveform for that. Waveform. This can be the instantaneous, this can be the voltage equation. And what will be the waveform or wave diagram for current? It is 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, and it is 2 pi. If the voltage is 0, then the current will be maximum. Okay, by an angle 90 degree, or by it leads by an angle pi by 2 radian, so that this will be. And if the voltage is pi by 2, the current will be 0, and if the voltage is pi, and the current will be maximum at that point. And this is the waveform regarding with current and voltage. The second one is the waveform for current, and based on this I can draw the phasor diagram. The phasor diagram, in phasor diagram we can see this will be the voltage in anti-clockwise direction, current which leads, IC is the current and VC is the voltage, and the current will leads the applied voltage by an angle 90 degree. This is the phasor diagram. And one important point will be here that we know that Im is C omega into Vm. Okay, here we know that the resistance offered by the circuit will be Vm by Im. So from here Vm by Im will be equal to 1 by C omega. This C omega or 1 by C omega is the resistance offered by the capacitor to the flow of electrical current through it. So, and it can be again written as XC, and xc is equal to 1 by c omega. xc is nothing but the resistance offered by the capacitor which will resist the flow of current through it, and it is known as reactance. Here the reactance regarding with the capacitor, so that we can written as it is a xc is capacitive reactance. Capacitive reactance, and its unit is ohm. Okay, 1 by c omega. Omega is nothing but 2 pi f, or frequency. It is the function of frequency, so that 1 by c into 2 pi f, that is xc. Okay, if the frequency is very high, then the capacitive reactance will be very low, and as a result of that, maximum current will flow through the circuit. Okay, if the frequency is very high, then the capacitive reactance will be very small, and more current or maximum current will be flows through the circuit. And if the frequency is very low, and the capacitive reactance is very high, and so that the resistance offered by the circuit to the flow of current will be maximum, and no current will flow through the circuit. So it is very clear in the case of a pure capacitive circuit, what it will blocks DC. It will blocks DC. Why? Because omega is 0, or the frequency is 0 in the case of DC, so that the capacitive reactance will be very high, so no current will flow through the circuit, and it will passes, or it will allow to the passage for alternating current, because there will be some frequency. So frequency is if the frequency is high, the capacitive reactance will be very small, and more current will flow through the circuit. Okay, these are the main things about the capacitive reactance. And next we can consider power which is flowing through, power which is stored in, or the conception of power in a pure capacitive circuit. Okay, power in a pure capacitive circuit, that is power equation or power conception. Power will be the average value, so the average value of P average value will be equal to the product of voltage and current. Here V is the instantaneous value of voltage, that is Vm sin omega t, and I will be the instantaneous value of current, that is Im sin omega t plus pi by 2 in pure capacitive circuit. So Vm Im sin omega t into sin omega t plus pi by 2, and sin omega t plus pi by 2 is nothing but cos omega t. Okay, so that Vm Im sin omega t into cos omega t. If we multiply this equation with 2 and divide the equation by 2, we can written as Vm Im by 2 into this 2 into sin omega t cos omega t will be sin 2 omega t. 2 cos omega t sin omega t is equal to sin 2 omega t. So I choose this. Here is sin omega t cos omega t into 2 is sin 2 omega t. And the average value of power will be, we will get the average value by integrating this equation from 0 to 2 pi Vm Im by 2 into sin 2 omega t dt. What will be this value? It will be, clearly it will be 0, because for a pure cycle, for a pure cycle during the positive half cycle the capacitor will charges, and negative half cycles it will discharge, again charge, discharge, charge and discharge. This process is a continuous process, so that we can say that for a pure capacitor it will not consume power, or the power will be 0. Okay, these are the major important points about a pure capacitor when it is supplied, when a capacitor is applied by an alternating source. We will be Vm sin omega t, that is the voltage supplied by the source to the capacitor. Q is C into V. Differentiating this Q, we will get the instantaneous value of current, that is I is equal to Im sin omega t plus pi by 2. Im will be the maximum value of current. This will be maximum when sin omega t plus pi by 2 is 1 and Im is equal to C omega into Vm, and put this value in equation number 2. We will get I is equal to Im sin omega t, and the phasor diagram will be here. It is very clear that the current leads the applied voltage by an angle pi by 2 radian or 90 degree, and phasor diagram you can see here. Based on this, an important point is there a capacitive reactance, that is Xc. It is nothing but the oppositions offered by the capacitor to the flow of electrical current through it. Its unit is ohm, and 1 by omega c or 1 by c omega is Xc. Omega is nothing but frequency, so that 1 by c omega is equal to 1 by c into 2 pi f, that is equal to Xc, that is reactance. And based on this, it is very clear that if the frequency is high, then the capacitive reactance will be very small and maximum current will flow through the circuit, so that it will passes alternating current through it. And if we consider in the case of a DC, omega value of omega will be 0. If the frequency is 0, the capacitive reactance will be very maximum and no current will flow through the circuit, so that is, it is clear that a pure capacitor which will blocks DC and only allow to pass alternating currents through it. And next important point is power. Power will be the average value of power will be 0 in a pure capacitor. Not only in the case of pure capacitor, in the case of pure inductor and pure capacitor, the power consumption will be 0. The circuit will consume electrical power only if the circuit consists any elements having the property of resistance. So the resistance can consume electrical power, so that the product of voltage and current will be maximum in the resistive circuit, and the power will be 0 in pure inductor and a pure capacitor. Okay, thank you.